Hello, guys. How are you? Hello, Carolina. Hello, Maria. Hello, Jason. How are you, Jason? How was your day today?
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon or good evening. Now, I'm fine, thank you, teacher. My day, it was very hard. In the morning, I riding bicycle. I was riding in bicycle, and in the afternoon, I work in my store video games. And in this moment, I am studying English.
So, did you practice? Did you see the links, the videos about the information comparative form, the advantage and disadvantage? Did you see, Jason?
Yes, teacher. I saw the videos.
Okay, great. Thanks. Maria, what about you? How was your day? Tell me, what did you do today? How was your weekend? Tell me about your weekend.
Hello everyone. Well, my weekend wasn't really extraordinary. I made the same thing that I always do, like do some activity of the university, and but I also watched some Korean dramas, some Korean dramas. Nothing special.
Great. Maria, did you have time to see the videos, the information about the comparative form, but now in the case of both advantages and disadvantages?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thanks. And Carolina, tell me about your weekend. Not today because maybe today you are so tired, or you are on vacation.
Hello, teacher. Today I had a very busy that thank good. I work. The kids is vacation, but the teachers no. Today we work curriculum on the communication skills and organize different things for the end of the year.
I'm sorry, Carolina, me too. Just we have to work. The students are going to be on vacation. Don't worry, that is our life. This is our life until we daughter. Okay, good. And I saw also Valeria. Valeria, how are you? Tell me about you. How was your day today?
Hi, teacher. It was pretty good. I was studying and I was in Tusena taking a course to how make a curriculum. I'm right now, or I take a break for this class, but I was working in a university work.
Valeria, did you see the videos that I sent you, the links that I sent you before this encounter?
Yes, I watched it.
Okay, good. And I see a new one for us in the group. That is Walton. Walton, this is a good pronunciation of your name.
Yes, Walton.
Walton, how are you? This is our fifth encounter. I hope you can connect it with us, and I know you are going to do it very well. The best important is just to know, because the internet connection is quite difficult sometimes. For this reason, just we are going to talk like this with the camera off. But when you are going to practice English, and we are going to have the activities, you turn your mic and your camera on. Otherwise, if you're not going to talk, just keep your mic and your camera off, okay? Because the connection
Okay.
to the others. Walton, before starting with the activity that we have programmed for today, tell me about you. Tell me about your, I don't know, what do you do, your occupation, something about your personal life, please.
Okay, my name is Walton. I'm 20 years old. I live in Bogota. I'm I'm studying 3 careers in 2 different universities. I study performing arts and audiovisual media with an emphasis on cinema. And I'm studying in this university. I usually like singing, composing some music. When I'm stressed, I usually jog, just playing drums to release energy. And that's all my life.
Walton, congratulations. 3 careers at the same time. Wow. It's so hard, but
Yes.
you do it is because you can do it. Welcome. Okay. I hope you had the opportunities. According with the videos, with the links that I sent you, the encounter before is the activity that we are going to develop in the encounter, okay? And I'm going to give you, all, of course, the instructions to do the activities. If you have any question, please tell me. If you have any doubt, please tell me. And I hope you can join with us and you can develop all the activities today. And with this, at the end, if you have any question, you can tell me, just you and me, and don't worry about it, okay? To start with the fifth encounter, in this case, with a little bit activity, like a warm-up, to warm up your ideas, your English mode for today. So we are going to start very quick with an activity that we did a class before, and I consider it's important to vocabulary and the information. So for this activity, you are going to compare someone from your family, just one person that you consider are the most different person from you, and you're going to compare with that person and tell me why it's so different like you. For this activity, just you're going to talk for a minute, okay? We have a minute for this conversation. The order of this conversation is going to be Jason first, Maria second, third, Valeria fourth, Walton fifth. Yes, I repeat the order. Maria, Carolina, Valeria, and Walton. I hope Walton can connect it with us because he has some problems with the internet. Okay, so Jason, Maria, Carolina, Valeria, and Walton, if he can connect it. Jason, when you are going to finish with your description, with your comparative activity, please tell to Maria that you finished in order to continue with the order, okay, and so on until the end. That is Walton, okay. Do you have any question? The activity is so easy. Just you are going to
I have any question.
choose
Other question.
one person,
I should to speak about my family.
your family, one relative person is going to be like the most different person from you, yes, and you're going to compare this, okay. Let's start. Jason, do you understand?
Okay, teacher. Okay, my family is very big. The most important person of my family is my mom, but she is the head of the family, and besides, my father is very important but she doesn't live with my family in my city. My sister mm, is a little bit from my mother, but she's a nice trader, and she helps to the family with the with the everything who need in the family. And I am mm, and in the two position of my family, but I am the shorter man of the family. My but my niece is the shorter woman of my family, and now my family is very every person's everyone is very important for me. That's all.
Okay. I'm gonna compare myself with my sister Laura. My sister Laura has 25 years old. She has been a teacher of English during this year. Uh, one, she's kind of my role model because she's very different in me in some things. While she is very responsible and she make something her priority. Sometimes I have the responsibility of make my priorities. Let's say sometimes I say I'm gonna do this activity, but I am watching some animes or watching some videos of K-pop. Um, she she have um she had the advantage of being really good in English since she have 13 years old. In fact, she was the person who inducted me the English. So I see her as someone as like I can say I want to be like her. Done.
Okay, I'm going to compare with my sister. Her name is Karen. She have 32 years old. She's taller and more brunette than me. She's older than me. My sister is smaller than me. She works a longer time than I do. She and my brother is taller than me and then she. She's smarter than my sister and I, and my brother is more fun than I, and my sister. The both. My brother and my sister are more brunette than me. I think it's old.
Walton, you can continue with the activity, please, because Valeria.
I have compared what my family, places.
Miss,
What I have to compare.
You should choose one person, one relative from your family. Starting with this one, you're going to use comparative form, person and you, comparative activity. Raquel, could you please turn off your camera and your mic, and then I'm going to explain you what is the way that we are going to work, okay?
I need to activate the camera or no? No? Yeah, right now? This far? Miss, are you listening me?
Raquel, please turn off your mic, and then we are going to talk together. Keep like this. Keep turn off your camera, turn off your mic, please.
Due to our native
I
language,
don't understand. Well, please, miss.
we need to like have goals or aims.
Is can you listen me?
In order to know how much we can improve our level of English and how much we need to continue improving it. And the writer of this text suggests taking the test or the assessment twice a year, even if we are working intensively on language improvement. There are different kinds of assessments, but two of them are formal tests and the other one diagnostic assessment.
Well, could you please continue with the activity, or you don't understand the activity?
Miss, can you listen me?
I am going to compare my sister with me. My sister, me, she is 26 years old and I'm 20 years old. My sister is a professional while I'm studying yet. My sister is really clever than me because she reads a lot of books. I just watch movies or watch TV. Sometimes I read books. My sister is tall than me. Is 1.76 and my weight is 1.69. My sister is single. I'm not single, so both my sister and me siblings, and yeah, okay, no more.
Okay, well done. Thank you so much. Raquel, how are you? Nice to see you. This is your first encounter. For us, it's our fifth encounter. For this reason, you feel like you're lost, as the same as Walton. But I hope during this encounter, you can join the activities and understand what is the methodology that we are using during the encounters to practice speech. Because, Raquel, because the internet connection is so difficult, and today much more, I ask you just stay with connected, but with the camera and the microphone turned off, because some interruptions, and if we do like this, it's better for us. Just you are going to turn on your mic and your camera when you are going to have a practice or when you are going to talk during the activities. Okay, so Raquel, welcome. How are you? Could you please tell us about yourself? Tell me about your personal life, something about you, please.
Could you listen me, miss? Are you listening me? Miss?
Yes, Raquel, we are listening to you.
Okay, thank you. I'm so nervous. I am okay, Miss. It's my first encounter because I thought that Miss Paula yourself called me first for the reason I can't insight into the conversation with the other partners. Sorry, Miss. Only yesterday I was opening my mail, and oh, surprise! Had you find contact with this? Sorry, Miss. I'm sorry. Okay, can you listen me, Miss? Miss, are you there?
Yes, don't worry. If I don't listen to you, I'm going to tell you. Don't worry about. Just I leave you time to talk, because if I talk at the same time like you, I interrupt you. So I leave you time to talk about yourself. Tell me about your personal life.
Okay, Miss. My name is Raquel Bautista Rodriguez. I am a teacher in a school. I teach social studies to the children under 6 to 12 years old at the Liceo Católico Campestre here in Bogota. Okay, in this moment I am studying Bachelor in English as a Foreign Language at the UNAD. I am in third level. I'm from Villa de Leyva, Boyacá. It's a tourist place, of course, around the world. I live with my daughter here in Bogota. No more, Miss.
Okay, thank you so much, Raquel. Just I'm gonna give you a big favor, please. Don't call me Miss. I hate that word. I hate it. So please call me Paula. I'm your co-worker because we are teachers all together. I'm just in this time I'm going to be the person who is leading this activity, but I'm just your co-worker. So please tell me Paula, whatever you want, but now, Miss, please don't do it. Okay, so we are going to start. Raquel, welcome. I hope you can continue with us in the next encounter and this one. So Raquel, turn off your mic, and just when we are going to talk together, you turn on, okay? That clear, Raquel?
I'm going to turn off my conversation with you. Yes, Paula?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm going to turn off the microphone, yes?
Turn off.
Yeah.
Turn off your mic. Thanks, Raquel, thanks. I'm going to explain you the next activity, okay? The next activity. Our next activity is going to be about the first video that you should see before the encounter. Yes, remember the first video that we have is about comparative form. But this comparative form, it's more about some words that you can use during a comparative activity. In that case, just we are going to use vocabulary like both, like, in comparison, in the same way, likewise, like is the same as, is similar to, similarly. And we are going to practice this vocabulary in this encounter. I'm going to start with Carolina. Carolina, did you remember what did you see in that video? What the girl explained during the video? Carolina, can you hear me? Maybe Carolina is not there at the moment. Maria, did you see the video? Can you explain me about the first video, the girl when it's talking about the comparative form, please?
Yeah, she explained us so an adjective comparison of good and bad. Let's say it in that way. Like to be.
Sorry, it's not that video. It's the first video. I know what you say, the advantages and disadvantages, but this is our next activity. But the first activity is the other video, the other one, the other one.
The one who is that say improve your writing.
When it's about talking about similarities.
Was one of the video that you sent to us this week or the past week?
With the same link that you're talking about, I sent you the other one. The other one about talking about similarities, both like, did you see that video?
Yeah. The compare it's 6 ways to compare. Okay, in this video, she is talking about 6 ways of how we can compare things. This vocabulary can help us in easies, some activities, and samples of English. She said to us, the first one is the principle is the both and like. She said that like is a way to compare, like we say, like the cat, the dog is also a pet, yeah. And both, you say that one similitude of the object, like both both Colombia and Venezuela speak Spanish. In the second part, she teach us some comparison, like word in comparison in the same way, and likewise they can be used like let's talk about in Colombia we speak they speak Spanish, and we can also put similarity to Venezuela. They also speak Spanish. And in the middle, and the other ones is similar to and the same as. In the first one sentence, she's talking about this sentence can be used when we want to compare one thing, like the ice cream is similar to I don't know, a lollipop. They both are really delicious, and this yeah, that's a little explanation.
Great, very good, excellent, excellent. This is the information that we are talking about in that video, and it's important that we are going to keep in mind, because now we are going to have an activity in which you should use those words to compare to different activity. So the activity that we are going to do, the first one is you are going to choose to cities, to countries, to towns, wherever you want to compare, and you are going to tell me about those places using the vocabulary that is in the video. I'm like 3 minutes to think about yourself and take some notes, just like items to remind you during the speech. Yes, and you are going to choose 2 places. Could be to cities, to countries, or to towns. Yes, and you are going to compare them. But the most important is you are going to include in the speech the vocabulary that the girl was explaining during the video. Write down in the chat the vocabulary. based to help you to develop the activity. So the order of this activity is going to be Walton the first, Maria the second, Carolina third, Jason fourth, and Raquel fifth. Okay, this is the order. You should talk about this comparative form for those places for 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes. So when the 2 minutes start, I'm going to tell you let's start, and then you that, and I'm going to stop you if you continue more than 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to give you first at all 3 minutes to think about those places that you are going to choose and the comparative activity that you are going to share with us. Okay, so the time that I have here on my watch is 6:36. So we are going to start at 6:39. Okay, so do you understand the activity? First of all, do you understand the activity?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Carolina, Raquel, and Walton, do you understand the activity? Raquel, Walton, Carolina, do you understand the activity?
Yes, teacher, I'm sorry. I have a problem with the internet.
I understand. Today could be quite more difficult because the football match game, so maybe it's more difficult. But we are going to try to do our best, okay? So remember, you are going to choose 2 places. You are going to compare them. Remember, this is intermediate level. So try to give a long sentences, long information, and remember there are going to be 2 minutes to explain that. Okay, so I'm going to write down some vocabulary that you should keep in mind, include in your speech. Okay, so from now we are going to start like now. So it's me 6:37 right now, and we are going to start at 6:40. Okay.
Okay, can I begin?
Please, Walton, let's start.
Okay. Both Bogota and Medellin are Colombian cities. Like Medellin is the second most populated country. Medellin is similar to Bogota politics because for me, for me, the people is kind, and but it depends what part of from Bogota you are. But for me, the people from Medellin and Bogota are kind. Mm, in comparison, Medellin have the same culture and the same language. Um, in the same way, I don't know. It's so in the same way, Medellin. Oh, Medellin has a park in the near to close to the downtown of the city, and as uh, has a cultural center close to the
Okay, Walton, thank you so much. Maria, let's continue, please.
Wait. Okay, I'm gonna compare Colombia with Brazil. Ah, no, Peru, sorry. No, yeah, Peru. No, Peru, yeah. In in Colombia, we speak Spanish, and also in Peru. Both countries are really concerned about the danger of the climate change. So they are trying to find some ways to fight against this. And also, both of them are trying to protect the wildlife and the environment for a good future. In comparison of Peru, Colombia has been a country that is trying to find his way to make the people turn their backs, turn the backs. No, sorry. In comparison, Colombia is a country that you can find different. No, sorry. Sorry, I'm understand. In the same way, Colombia and Peru, you can find a variety of ethnical and cultures, like the culture of the people of native people, and the different culture that we have been seeing in this modern life. Peru is similar to Colombia, that both of them are trying to create a best education for the people, and also in the same are the same that they have this one similar. I don't know how to compare these two countries.
Okay, Maria, thank you so much. Carolina, can you hear us, please? Can you start with the activity?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Sure. Hello. Okay. I am going to compare the French and Sweden. In France, okay, no, but France and Sweden have a Gothic construction. Both France and Sweden an excellent transport. Um, like France and Sweden have seasons of the year. Both France and Sweden have an excellent education. Like France and Sweden speak English, but the largest population in France speak French, and Sweden speak Swedish. Both French and Swede have a payment system through recycled material. For example, a small bottle of Coke is equivalent to €1 and can be changed be an element of that value. But you can now carry only on bullet, but must carry minimum 10 to be able to buy. And if the bottles is more milliliters, if it is equivalent to higher monetary value. Like France and Sweden have different I don't know currency coin, okay, excuse me, coin have different coins. In Sweden the coin is the Swedish and a crown, and in French is a coin is the euro.
Okay, Carolina, thank you so much. Uh, Carolina, thanks. Sorry to interrupt you, but we are going to stop in 2 minutes, yes? So, Jason, let's continue, please.
Okay, teacher. Uh, Both United States and Canada use the euro coin. Also, Canada and United States are very large countries, but compared to its inhabitants, United States is shorter people than Canada. Likewise, United States has more economic than Canada, and its food is better than Canada. Likewise, the United States has many artists in comparison to Canada. But Canada has the best pop singer of the teenagers or youngers. In this moment is called Justin Bieber. Canada is colder than United States because it's close to North, uh, and it's close to the North Pole. However, United States has better places to visit and to spend holidays than Canada. Both Canada and United States like sport. but in United States, like soccer more than Canada. That's all, teacher.
Good. Thanks. Thanks, Jason. Raquel, could you please finish with this activity?
What, teacher? I can hear you.
Raquel, could you please continue with the activity? Can you hear me, Raquel? Raquel, are you there? Raquel, mic and let's
¿sí?
start.
Paula? Paula, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes?
Raquel, can you hear me? Please start with the activity.
Yes, Paula, I'm hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Raquel, could you please start with the activity?
Okay. I'm going to compare Colombia than Mexico. I think that Colombia is the best country than Mexico. But I think that Mexico has the most beautiful places according to the prehistoric architecture, but Colombia has too. I think that in Colombia the things are more expensive than Mexico, but the buildings are gigantes in Mexico than Colombia. Colombia has the high mountains, named Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, but Mexico doesn't have, I think so. The people in Mexico are more serious than Colombia's people. Colombia's people are less serious and more and in Colombia there are the happiest people. The food in Colombia is more delicious, I think so, than Mexico. And the diversity in Colombia is largest than Mexico.
Okay, Raquel.
According to the flora fauna.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting you, but the activity is just for 2 minutes, so for this reason I interrupt. Okay? Okay, guys, thanks for this activity. Yes, I'm going to give it a little feedback about pronunciation, more about pronunciation than other one. Remember when a word starts with S, most of the time the pronunciation S. Yeah, so you have to careful with yes, speak, yes, or sweet, yes. So remember that the pronunciation is not S, as in Latin words. If in Spanish word letter, you should pronounce yes. This is the pronunciation of the phonetic sound, that is speak, sweet. You say recycle. Remember, recycle, value. Some of you say colder. Yes. When we are talking about the quantity of population, we can say few people, or something like that. When we are going to talk about not short people, it's mean few people. That is important about. But was a good activity. Thanks. This is to like keen and try to speak a little bit fast, okay? And pronunciation, that is very important. We continue with the second video. The second video is about good, bad. We are going to talk about advantage and disadvantages, okay? Advantage and disadvantages. Activity, I'm going to share with you the topics that we are going to talk about. We are going to do like a debate, yes? We are going to have a little quite debate in this activity, and we are going to work in pairs. Yes, the first partners are going to be Maria is going to work with Jason. Okay, this is the first one. The second one is Carolina is going to work with Walton as a second couple, okay? And Raquel is going to work and is going to repeat with Maria. So Maria is going to work twice in this activity, okay? So I repeat the pairs are, the first one is Jason and Maria. The second is Carolina and Walton. And the third is going to be Maria and Raquel. For this activity, I ask you please that you turn on your camera and your mic, okay? Camera and mic. The topics for this activity is going to be that you have that I sent you. A says being a member of a small family or big family, living in a city or in a countryside, doing exercise or being couch potato, studying in a university or a college. So what happened? The first pair, the first couple, that is Jason and Maria. Jason, you agree that being a member of a small family. And Maria, you agree being a member of a big family, okay? What are you going to do? If you can have on your screen the chart that the girl shows in the video, it's really good, because we are going to practice the vocabulary that she shares when we are going to talk about good and when we are going to talk bad. If you remember on the video, and there is a chart in a comparative form, and you have in the first column, you have the vocabulary for good, and you have an advantage, a benefit, a positive aspect, a good point, and an argument in favor of. In the second column, you have bad, and you have the following words: a disadvantages, a drawback, a projection, a negative effective, a downside, a frequent criticism, an argument against. Yes, you should use this vocabulary. So pay attention, what is the form? For example, the first one, Jason is going to tell 3 advantages of being in a member of a small family. Then Maria says the advantages of big family. After that, Jason says 3 disadvantages of being a small family, a big family. And Maria do the same with the other point of view. Yes, so Jason and Maria is going to work with the letter A situation. Yes, Carolina and Walton are going to work with letter B, living in a city or in a countryside. and Raquel, Maria are going to work with letter C, doing exercise or being a coach potato. Yes, so the first person that I called is because it's the first one. Yes, and the second person is the second point of view. Yes, so I repeat, Jason being a member of a small family, Maria a big family, Carolina living in a city, and Walton living in a countryside. Raquel doing exercise, and Maria being a couch potato. Yes, so advantages per each of you. Then 3 disadvantages to the other point of view. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, tutor. But I have a problem. My computer doesn't detect my camera, so I can use my camera in this moment.
Don't worry, Maria. If you cannot work with the camera, don't worry about, okay? That is no problem. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
For me, the most important in this activity is that we are going to practice the vocabulary that the girl shows in the chart, in the video. So please, if you can keep in your screen, on your screen, the chart will be better because you're going to have the vocabulary with you and you can do it easier and you can speak a little bit fast, okay? So Jason and Maria, let's start. Remember, 3 advantages, 3 disadvantages.
Okay, teacher. Okay, one benefit or one advantage in the short family, in the small family, for example, is one benefit is we can take care. We take care every day everyone. Other advantage in the small family is
Yes, we're going to have a little white.
take care everyone. Other advantage in the small family is okay.
Yes, we're
Other
going
good
to have
point, the other positive aspect, I think, it's we can live to the
Let's
street.
stop a little bit because Valeria and Raquel has the mic on and the turning. So please, Valeria and Raquel, could you please turn off your mic? Turn off your mic, please.
Yes, teacher.
Valeria and Raquel, could you please turn off your mic? Turn off your mic. Camera.
Maria?
Hi, teacher. Can you please tell me what are you talking about? Because my internet, I don't know how to say that broke. I don't know. So
Guys,
I don't
turn
know
on
what are
your
you
microphone.
doing. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
turn on your microphone.
Yes, my microphone is turned on and my camera too.
You should turn off your microphone.
Ah, turn off? Ah, okay.
Yes. Okay. I continue with the activity. Other positive aspect to the small family is we can live to the street and enjoy the eat the ice cream, and we can take care to anyone's. In favor of the small family, I think mm, we can share with every days because it's a small family and we can compare with all the members of the family. An disadvantage, I think it's very it's a negative effect because family doesn't have to meet uh, in anywhere because everyone are very busy and and uh, and the downside I think is the one person is stay alone every days because because the family is small and in argument again I think for one person or for every one person it's better stay alone in his house, but I think is the most important in the family is stay meeting and share with all the family. What do you think, Maria?
For me, a good benefit of being of a big family is that you can know about so many things that they have been experienced. You have to know it. So many stories are around the world because you can listen to the stories of your grandfathers, of your uncle, and even your father, and it's something incredible. And another positive aspect is that we have so much fun because let's say that in one moment we are uncomfortable or boring, it just take 5 seconds to start again the fun because and we can interact more and more and playing some games and have a really good time. And an advantage of being in a big family is that you can ask for help to many more people. I mean, sometimes you feel really ashamed to say something, let's say to your sister or even your mother. So you say, maybe I can ask for help of my niece, of my cousin. Is literally something really cool. But one thing that is an but is an argument against be in a big family is sometimes you don't know who is that person. And in one point you say, "Oh, sorry, but who you are?" Because I really have no idea who you are. Another a negative effect is that as when it's a big family, it's really hard to find one place when you can have a reunion. A house, let's say, like in a middle house, uh, with only 3 bathrooms, with 3 rooms, it's really hard to put, let's say, 8 people in there because I know how to feel that. And the last one, and the last disadvantage is that the food doesn't resist too much. The food just finish in just a second. Thank you. I have to say this bunch of a small family.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to remind you a little bit the instruction of this activity. For the second group, that is Maria and Walton. Carolina and Walton. Carolina, you agree, living in a city. Agree, living in a countryside. When you are going to give the advantages, you are going to do, for example, Carolina, about living in a city. And when you are going to talk about the disadvantages, is the other, yes, the opposite, living in a countryside. Same as Walton. Yes, Walton is going to tell us the advantages of living in a countryside. Explain us the disadvantages of living in a city. Yes, the opposite. Okay, so Carolina and Walton.
Okay, teacher. I'm going to explain the advantage of living in a city. The advantage of living in a city is that you can have access to different places. For example, you can visit different malls, different parks, different cinemas, I don't know, whatever places. The other advantage of living in the city is that the transport is easier than the people, but in Bogota there are many people and it's difficult. This is advantage and disadvantage. The other advantage of living in the city is that we can choose a place to study. For example, when you choose a school, you can choose according your localization, yes, location, position, and it's a good need. And the disadvantage of living in the city is that there is a lot of pollution. The other is that live is more expensive in comparing the other countries. The disadvantage of living in the city is that there is a lot of labor competition. For example, I think I have a lot of teachers, I have a lot of doctors, and it's a little work.
An advantage of living in a countryside is that you can cultivate a lot of fruits and vegetables, and you don't have to pay a lot of money for them, and you can be sure that the chemicals. A benefit of living in a countryside is you get to eat a healthy and natural food. And the other one is a positive aspect of living in a countryside is you can do a lot of natural activities as going hiking, camping, do fire, and playing the guitar while you sing, call rivers, or just go fishing. Go fishing. A disadvantage of living in a city is you hear a lot of noises. The air is not clean, and you can get a deep disease because of this. An objection of living in a city is you can enjoy a lot of activities if you lived in a countryside. A negative effect of living in a big city is that you have to pay a lot of money, too much money, for going to different places. In the countryside, you just walk. Thank you.
Great, excellent, very good. Thank you so much. So we are going to finish with the third group, Maria and Raquel. Raquel, remember you agree, yes, you agree of doing exercise. And Maria agree of being a couch potato. Maria, do you understand what is couch potato mean?
Yeah, someone who's really lazy.
Good, good, excellent. That is perfect. So remember, Raquel, give me, please, or share with us 3 advantages of doing exercise. Share with us 3 disadvantages of being a couch potato. And Maria do the same, but in the other wise, yes? So Maria is going to share with us 3 advantages of being couch potato and 3 disadvantages of doing exercise. Let's start, please.
Okay, a good an advantage of being a couch potato is that you don't have to stressful to do exercise. I mean, and you just let it be, and you are not like, oh, I forgot to do some exercise. I forgot to do exercise. So you are really just relaxed. And the second positive aspect is that you can eat whatever you want. You don't have to have a diet. You can have a satis a good food. Let's say you can eat hot dog, hamburgers, chips, whatever you want. And a good point of being a couch potato is that you just can lie on the bed and sleep for hours because you don't have to be stressful of do something in your life. And an advantage of do exercise is that is that you is that you have disadvantage that you can eat what you want. You have to do you have to do sometimes some diet because for have a good body you have to stay a restricted diet. And an objection of how doing exercise is that you in the time that you are doing exercise you can use it to do another things like watching movies, some activities of the university, or whatever you want. And an argument against and a disadvantage of doing exercise is that uh, you can enjoy life, because you have to sometimes be trying to do and respect that thing that you're doing with your body, and you just can have fun, folks, or have fun or do whatever you want. Thank you.
Great, great, Maria. Thanks for your beautiful speech. Valeria, because Raquel is not here at the moment with us, are you able to explain us or give us some ideas about advantages and disadvantages to being to doing exercise or being a couch potato disadvantages? Can you explain us something about that or not?
Teacher, can you repeat, please?
We are talking about the comparative form doing exercise or being couch potato, yes, and we are practices advantages and disadvantages. If you can, yes, if you want to, if you feel confident to do it, we can practice and give me some advantages doing exercise and disadvantages of being a couch potato.
What means couch potato?
Maria, because you have the information, can you explain her, please?
Of course, a couch potato is someone who is really lazy that doesn't like to do exercise.
Okay, thank you. So, Some advantage of doing exercise can be that we have less stress and we are more happy. We are one more. We have good circulation, and for our health is better because I don't know how to say. So in different moments of our life is better. For example, we can sleep better. We are more productive to work or for study. Some disadvantage of couch potato is that we are not produceful. I don't know how to say that. All the time we are sleepy. We have bad humor. I don't know how much to say.
Thanks, Valeria. Thank you so much. Great. We are going to finish with the last activity for this encounter. I already sent you the email. It's the same email that I sent you last week, but please click on this page, and we are going to practice very fast in this last 10 minutes that we are going to have about questions using rather. Okay, please click on the link that I sent you. Please check the questions. There are many questions, like 6 or 7 questions, and you have 2 options. If you already open it, you have the first one. I don't know if it's the first one for you because it's random when you open the page. One is, would you rather what? Would you rather saving the life of a starving African or having an actual working? Yes. So you should choose questions that you have there. Just one, because the time is like almost over. Just you are going to choose one question from the page. Yes. And these questions you are going to ask to one of your partner, okay, for this activity. And the other person, of course, is going to tell us which one of the 2 options you is going to choose, and the short answer, short reason why you choose that, okay? Activity, we are going to work in pairs. The pairs are going to be, in this case, Jason is going to work with Carolina. Yes. Maria work with Walton. Okay. And Carolina is going to repeat with Valeria. Okay. So Valeria is number 3 with Carolina, number 3. Choose any question. Any question. It's just to close the activity with this question. When you are going to use rather than, is also a comparative form, but this is a higher level, and we are going to practice that. Choose one question, the other person answer the question, and give me a short reason why you choose that. Okay, that's clear. So first couple is Jason and Maria. Jason and Carolina. Yes. And now I miss out. And Maria with Walton. It is Valeria with Carolina. Yes. So Jason, let's start with Carolina. Let's start.
Okay, teacher, I can. I have a question. Okay, no problem. Jason, what would you rather? Would you rather take a European citizen vacation or a relaxing Caribbean vacation?
I rather prefer take a relaxing Caribbean vacation because I like so much the sea, the sea, because and there are some animals, and I like so much the animals. Uh, the color of the sea is very beautiful, and I like the weather of the Caribbean. In the Caribbean, I relaxing.
Okay.
Do you have other question?
What would you rather um, legally change your last name to Hitler or never eat chocolate again?
I prefer that never eat chocolate again. Mm, because the because the chocolate is unhealthy for by me. The doctor doesn't don't mm, let me eat the chocolate.
Okay. It's your turn.
Okay, Jason, just ask your question. Remember, because the time, just we're going to make one question each other. Okay, one question, and then the other one.
Okay, teacher. Mm, okay, would you rather have no one show up to mm, your wedding or your funeral?
Um, I prefer your wedding because for me it's very terrible assist to the funeral. But it's normally, but I prefer wedding because you can smile, you can speak with other person, but the situations very funny are your sleeping, your brains, and I think it's better. I'd rather it's within.
The next question: would you rather go way back in time and meet your ancestors, pre 1800, or go way into the future and meet your great grandchildren?
I prefer life in future because I think it's more interesting and you can see the other series, the other world, or you can interact with different person and different situation. I think normally you can speak with person but not personally or your camera, but I don't know, you can because the scenes or the symbols, I don't know, but I for me this writer the future.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much, Maria and Walter. Let's do it.
Hello, Maria. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. This is a very philosophical question. Okay. Would you rather live in Harry Potter's world or just live the life of fame and wealth?
Well, um, I will I would like to. That's a hard question. Like a fan of Harry Potter, I will say that I would like to live in Harry Potter's world, but I know that I would not be like a big wizard. But I think it will be something more incredible to have some magic that having a life of pain and heal and will. I don't know. I like more the magic word that the other one. How many questions?
Thank you.
Okay. Then my question for you is: would you rather? Wait. Would you rather be able to fly or read mind?
To what?
Ah, would you rather be able to fly or read mind?
Why? Because you can feel so free in the on the air, and you can look all the places, and you can explore or get to know different places, and that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to you.
Okay, good. The last one, Carolina and Valeria, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
You first or me?
You continue, please.
Okay.
Okay, good. The last one, Carolina and Valeria, let's do it.
Carolina, would you rather have a partner who has contrasted religious views as you, or political views as you?
You continue.
Okay, good. The last one, Carolina and Valeria, let's do it.
Carolina, would you rather have a partner who has contrasted religious views as you, or political views as you?
You continue.
Okay, good. The last one, Carolina and
Sorry,
Valeria.
Valeria, I can understand your question.
Would you
To
rather have
record the questions.
Okay, give me a second because I'm listening the questions again and again. So, okay. Carolina, would you rather have a partner who has contrasting religious views as you, or political views as you?
Give me a second because I'm listening the questions again and again. So,
Yes. Any more political because normally you can different position, different situation, but you can take the situation if necessary convention. But I think for me it's very political views of you take the situation if necessary.
I'm sorry, Carolina, I can hear you. I don't know, I have some problems, I think so.
Would you rather have no internet or no cell phone?
I rather don't have cell phone because for me, internet is more important. I can study, I can work, and I can communicate with people from all over the world. So with the cell phone too, but it's not the same because I prefer work or study in a computer than in a cell phone. I know the question is if I rather internet or cell phone, yes? So if that is the question, I prefer have no cell phone because I need internet for everything. And Can you hear me? I can hear you. I don't know if I'm talking alone. Hello.
Okay, guys. The last part we have a little bit problems with the volume or something like that because we have a feedback or something. Some happen, but don't worry, Valeria and Carolina. Thank you so much. So we almost finished. Yes, I already sent you, but I share with you again the links for the next encounter. Okay. Those are the links for the next encounter. As the other one, you should see them, practice, or whatever you have to do in each of them, because according with these links, we are going to develop the activities for the next encounter. I recommend you do it before the encounter because with this we can do it faster and we can go on to the next part of the activities. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks. It was a really nice experience, activity. I hope the most important here is practicing, and speaking. I think with it, we practice a lot. Just a little bit because I didn't you at the time with the activity last before it was about noise. Remember, noise is an adjective, so it's not plural or singular, it's just noise. And if you're going to say something about that is too much noise, yes, too much noise. And the comparative form of happy, that is happier, yes. Just do the information or the correction at the time, and I wanted to do it right now. Thanks. Thanks all of you. Thanks Jason, Maria, Carolina, Valeria, Walter, Raquel. It was a wonderful encounter. I hope we can do it again. Next one. Remember, our next one to be on Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7:30. Yes. And see you next encounter. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, please tell me. There is a moment. Even though, just take care, rest, and bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher. Bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Teacher, I have a question.
Bye.
I was looking for how to say se me cayó el internet. So I found that there are 3 ways to say that, and I don't know what is the correct. The first is I lost my internet connection. The other is my internet is down, and the third is I dropped the internet. I want to know what is correct.
The common is down. My internet is down.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye to everybody. Have a good week.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
No, I don't.